And so we're going to do one more thing with our colorful colors. We're going to get a random element. Okay, so we're not going to traverse to get a whole bunch. We're just going to select a random element. And that's down here, my random color. So like I said, there's no need to loop here. There's no need to traverse, right? I don't need to loop through the entire array. I just need to get a random element. So for example, I'm just going to take this code here. And instead of the plus equals, I'm just going to do the assignment operator. But this time what I'd like to do is instead of colors I, like, well, this would give me an error, right? Because I is undefined here. I'm not inside of the loop. I don't have an I variable. So if I try to go to colorful colors and do random color, it would say uncut reference error, I is not defined. Okay, so, but if I did 4, right, put a 4 there, then it should give me orchid. Wonderful. Okay, so to get a random color, really we just need a random number. And then we'll look inside of our array at that random number, that random index value. So I'm going to suggest we go rand index is assigned, and I'm just going to randomly pick 87 for now. And then inside of here, I can just do rand index and rand. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go. Let random or rand color be assigned colors at rand index, like so. And then here I can just put in rand color if I type it properly. Just so that I don't have to do the colors rand index twice, right? We just store it in a variable and then just put it in there. And if we wanted to short it, you could do R color or just color or I don't know, whatever. Rand color. Okay, so index. Yeah, in fact, let's just put the 87 here. We're getting too many unnecessary variables, I think. So colors at 87 is going to give me the random color, which I then output. All right, so random color. Apparently 87 is cyan. That's exciting. I trust it, but just to make sure. Cyan, yay. Okay, so I have a random library that we built together here. Okay, so random integers we don't want decimals, we want integers because the index values are 0 to etc. And in this case here, because the length of my array is 140, what I'd like to do here is I'd like to go random int from 0 up to 140. Because there's 140 colors. So it's going to be 0 to 139, right? Let's just double check that here. If I go colors, yeah, the length is 140, which is 0 up to 139 is the last one, right? 139 is black. Okay, so random int, this is inclusive, this is exclusive. And this should actually work now. Ta-da! Random color, dark slate blue, yellow, green, because we're just getting a random integer, which we then use as the index. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now again, this 140, I don't like that. We should do colors.length. Just in case we deleted some colors, added some colors, this would now still work, right? Now, in fact, I actually think we should clean this up even more. I'm going to copy this code, and I think it would be really cool to have a function that returns a random array element. So have a function called random element that takes in an array, any array, right? Remember, this is a parameter. It's just going to store whatever array gets passed into this function. And we want to return an array. Actually, I'm going to paste what I did here. But we're going to change colors to an array and an array, right? So whatever array I pass into this function, it's going to get a random integer between 0 and up to the length of that array. It'll then look inside of the array, right, using the square brackets at that random integer and return whatever's in the array at that spot. Okay? So again, this is just this idea of functions allowing them to reuse the code, this idea of modularity, hiding complexity, right? The stuff in here, I don't have to worry about this random integer stuff. I can just go into my code here and say, I'd like a random element from my colors array, please. Right? So colors is going to get passed into here. It'll do all this work and give me a random color, which I then output. And that is functions, which are awesome. So if you have a program where you want to get a random element, have your random library that has this random element function in it. And of course, we make sure we load the random library, right, first before we run our main.js. And then you can use that function to get a random color or whatever is in your array. Ta-da! Okay, that's the random element stuff. Okay, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you next video.